This is Brian Kennedy's TV room at home. As you can quickly tell, Brian is a fanatical supporter of Exeter City Football Club. Now, Exeter aren't a big Premier League team, but then you wouldn't start following Chelsea or Manchester United because you felt sorry for them, would you?
Cousin of mine was living in Hull up in Humberside, and in 1994 I just went up just to see him, and both of us being avid football fans. He lived around the corner from Boothferry Park, which is where Hull used to play. So we went along. They just happened to be playing Exeter City that day, and what followed was the worst 90 minutes football I've ever seen in my 38 years in this life. Still nothing beats it, and Exeter were on the back of 6-1 hiding.
You might have noticed an Irish lilt there, and it's not surprising, because Brian and his extremely long-suffering family don't live in Devon or even Cornwall. They live in Waterford, Southern Ireland.
So what I done was, I kept an eye on the results from after that. And then in '96, purely off the cuff, I said, wouldn't it be fun just to pop along and see. They played 89 minutes of woeful football against Southend, which were 1-0 down. I went to the toilet and they scored 2 goals in 2 minutes, which I missed. So I came back up and got a look at the Irish pun, and I've basically been coming back ever since.
More than a decade on, Brian comes over for an Exeter game every 5 or 6 weeks. His motto is, you can't put a price on passion, which is probably just as well.
I think I set a record in this city for remortgaging 3 times in 3 years. I don't think anybody will beat that. I'm extremely proud of that.
Brian's also maxed out 7 credit cards. You couldn't make it up. And you don't have to, because he's turned his obsession with Exeter into 2 books. The other love of his life is happy to read about his adventures when he gets back.
So when he's gone, there's peace and quiet. So I at least have 2 days of relaxation.
1 day later, and Sandra got her wish. Brian flew to Exeter for their final home game of the league season against Stafford Rangers. As a regular on this route, he gets VIP treatment on the plane.
Got a nice announcement on the flight by Flybe, very nice. If they give me free flight, it'd be better. I'm serious about that.
After a few hours inflicting more damage on yet another credit card, it's down to business for Brian, St James's Park, and a pre-match drink with his Exeter mates.
I think Stephen should have the bottom of it. I'm going to
What's going on with the sound?
And well, we've seen the results. We've got to the top of the pile, really.
Jesus.
A more approach to the game, but unfortunately Brian's rather more volatile than that. Very up, very down.
Tonight's game is sure to test his nerves. A win over Stafford and defeat elsewhere for rival Stevenage, and Exeter would be guaranteed a playoff spot.
Exeter, oh Exeter, we're the best in the West, we're on the ball for you. Exeter,
The worst song in the world.
we're the best in the West, we're gonna score for you.
We cry with the ball, we all want to score. You see who's boss today. Steady, take your aim.
Stafford, to be fair, are absolutely woeful. I have a 7-year-old and a couple of dogs and cats at home. We put them in here, I reckon they'd probably get, well, they can't probably get a hat-trick.
At full-time, job done. Results have gone Exeter's way, and they're now just 180 minutes from a day out at Wembley.
There's only one Matty Taylor. Oh, Matty Taylor!
That's a trip Brian won't miss. But first, he's got the journey home in the morning.
I'll see you Wembley anyway, so. Yeah. I go back tomorrow and I'll have an hour's rest and go straight into work and work through till midnight. But that doesn't matter. You know, I'll have a brandy now and it'll be sweeter than usual when I go to the bar.
There's no sign of Brian Kennedy's obsession waning. He's found a home from home, and clubs like Exeter would be lost without fans like him.